Hello, my name is Tara Zeller. I'm a behavior analyst and the owner of the Apple Tree Connection. I wanted to tell you a little today about why I started this RBT course. We at Apple Tree Connection believe that the registered behavior technician is one of the most important professionals in our field of applied behavior analysis. The RBT is the frontline worker, the paraprofessional that works directly with the client. And out there, you have an option to take the RBT course, the 40-hour required course, online, or maybe at a university, or even have an opportunity to do it through your company. But when we were meeting RBTs that were taking the courses online, fully online, with the 180-day timeline, we were noticing a consistent pattern of students that were looking for a little bit more, for a different format, for more explanation when it came to some of the topics. So we took what we knew and we took what we saw of the RBT practitioners that were out in the field working, that I have access to through being a behavioral provider, and we just started asking questions. What would you like to see in a course? How would you like to see it formatted? And our RBT program was born. We follow the RVT Task List. A, measurement. B, assessment. C, skill acquisition. D, behavior reduction. E, documentation and reporting. And F, professional conduct and scope of practice. So we looked at those different sections and we decided that we thought it was really important that the RBTs had not only an understanding of each of those sections within the task list, but really had a feel for what it would be like if they were out there practicing, actually when they're out there practicing as an RBT, because this is an applied science. When you take this course, you're preparing yourself for the next step to sit for the competency assessment. And we want to make sure that you feel confident that you can go out there and perform the actions for a board certified behavior analyst or an assistant behavior analyst to prove your competency in the information that you learned in our course. So we chose to design it in a way that makes our students feel confident every step of the way. We use a pre-test, post-test format, we use guided notes, we use all sorts of different techniques that enable you to grasp the information and move through the modules in a way that you feel confident that you've learned the information. So as a board certified behavior analyst, I have over 18 years experience working in this field. I've worked in a variety of settings, from in-home, I've pushed into schools, I've taken my clients to the community to make sure that we generalize skills. I've worked in group home settings, you name it. I've taught workshops and led presentations. And again, the registered behavior technician, they're working on the front lines with their clients. So I want to make sure that all of the knowledge that I've gained and the experience that I have, I pass on to my students and graduates. I got into this field probably very similarly to the students that are going to be taking this course. I was an undergraduate student. I happened to be a psychology major. And at the time I decided, I need to get a job, I want to get a job, and I really would like it to be in a related field, right? Relevant work experience. And for me, I went to my university, which was the University of Central Florida, and I was looking for an internship or any kind of paid opportunity, and I landed at what was called co-op at the time. And the only job that they have that they considered related to psychology was a behavior training specialist at a group home for people, children and adults with developmental disabilities. The science that they were using at that group home was called applied behavior analysis, which is what the RBT Task List and the field of ABA, applied behavior analysis, behavior practitioners, is the science that we follow. It's a science of learning and behavior, right? We consider Skinner our founding father, but you will learn that in the class. So that was how I got introduced to the field. I barely learned about it while I was in my psychology classes, but when I saw this science in practice at the group home and used it with people that were less fortunate than me with developmental disabilities, and saw the progress both in the acquisition skills that they were gaining and in behavior reduction procedures, I was hooked. When I started in the field, it was when the actual credential was becoming what it is today, and we are blessed to have so many practitioners worldwide. Side note, the credentials through the BACB are internationally recognized, so the certification that you earn eventually is considered borderless. There might be stipulations per state, but your certification through the board is yours no matter where you go. So that's my background and experience and exposure to the field of applied behavior analysis. And so my passion for starting this particular course was to impart my wisdom, explain where I came from, kind of give you an insight of where you can go with the certification. I do like to say, and hopefully you will hear me say it often, is applied behavior analysis is a science with limitless reach. So despite the fact that many of our practitioners in our field work in the field of autism and with early intervention, it is a science. So your RVT Task List is rooted in the science of applied behavior analysis. It is not solely focused on applying the science to the field of autism, right? It is one application. So if you have a passion for helping people, whether they are children, adults, or if you'd even like to take your experience and work with animals, the Registered Behavior Technician Education and Foundation will be a great place to start, and it will put you on a career path that has a lot of opportunities, right? So myself, I'm a BCBA, a Board Certified Behavior Analyst. It requires a master's degree minimum, but there's also another credential, the BCABA, Board Certified Assistant Behavior Analyst, that requires a minimum of a bachelor's degree. The RBT certificate that you are pursuing requires that you're 18 or older with a high school diploma, so it's an excellent start and introduction into the field. It also allows you to gain experience and exposure to the work that the next level practitioners engage in. So I hope that you find this course engaging. I hope that you like the format. I hope you learn. And I hope that you feel prepared for the competency assessment, which is considered step 2 on your journey to becoming a registered behavior technician. This is step 1, and you will feel proud of yourself when you accomplish it, and you should be ready to pass that competency assessment and ultimately sit for the RBT board certification exam. I hope you have a great experience, and you'll be hearing from me again soon.